All right, good morning. Hi, today is Monday, October 31st, which makes it Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome to the weekly update. I have Jim Boudreau, our town administrator, as well as Bill Burkhead, our superintendent of schools, with us today. Before we turn it over to Jim, just a couple of reminders. Today, Halloween in the Harbor starts at 4 o'clock, between 4 and 5:30. So if you'd love to go see some great costumes, please visit, but be careful because there are lots of kids walking through. And thank you to the businesses down there that make that happen and donate all that candy. So that's a really great event. So enjoy that. And then this week, there are a number of great meetings. Tonight, Board of Health meeting. And then tomorrow night's a busy night. There's a public hearing at the Scituate Public Safety Building that starts at 6 p.m. that covers the new seawall on Oceanside Drive. So if you are interested in that or live in that area, please stop by at the Public Safety Building at around 6 p.m. And then there's also a zoning meeting tomorrow night at 7 p.m., which covers the Salt Meadow development, which is a 40B on Old Oak and Bucket Road. So again, of great interest to a lot of folks in our town, and that starts at 7 p.m. as well. And then lastly, a really nice meeting this week is being hosted by our Beach Commission, an effort called Give Thanks to Our Dunes, which is really an effort to protect our beaches. And they'll be planting seagrass this Saturday, November 5th, between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. So stop by, give them a hand. It's a great effort to try to preserve our coastline, and we're really grateful to them for organizing that. And that's at Peggotty Beach at 9 a.m. So with that, I wish everyone a happy Halloween, and I'm going to turn it over to Jim.
Good morning. Happy Halloween to everybody. I hope they have a fun and safe Halloween. We'll start, as always, with our water numbers. The reservoir is at minus 35.5 inches. Last week, we were at minus 37.5, so we keep picking up capacity in our reservoir. Tack factory ponds, plus 1.5, up from 0.1 of last week. Average daily demand was 1.086 million gallons a day, and that is down slightly from last week's 1.091 million gallons per day. We are currently in a mild drought as determined by the Commonwealth. If you have brown water, please let the water department know. These are data points for us, and we may be able to help with your particular situation. The manganese levels are down considerably as we're not running the plant that much, so we shouldn't be seeing a lot of brown water in the system. So if you are experiencing brown water, please let us know. The water department is still giving out water to residents who are affected by brown water at the water treatment plant. Rainfall of the last 7 days was 0.58 inches, and our water contractor, Selco, will be out of town for the next couple of weeks. However, the water department will be flushing the new water main on Foxwell Lane tomorrow night. I want to take a minute to congratulate Nancy Holt and the town financial team for once again receiving a certificate of achievement for excellence in financial reporting from the Government Finance Officers Association. This is the highest form of recognition in government accounting and financial reporting, and its attainment represents a significant accomplishment by government and its management. This is the 8th consecutive year for Nancy and her team that they've received this award, so congratulations and thank you to Finance Director Nancy Holt, Treasurer Collector Pam Avatabli, and Assessor Joe DeVito for all their hard work and for all their employees in this award. That's a great award, and we thank them for all their hard work and dedication. Early voting is currently going on at the town hall. It'll be going on during normal business hours this week. It will be ending at Friday at 11:45 a.m. The deadline for registering to vote for this election has already passed, so if you have not registered, I'm sorry, you cannot come in and register at this point. But please come in an early vote, or the election will be next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, November 8th, at the high school gymnasium from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Contested races up and down the ballot, as well as 4 ballot questions. So please either take advantage of the early voting or get into the town next week on November 8th and get to the high school and vote. Again, pretty big election, so please, we ask everybody to get out and vote. You have plenty of opportunities to do so. Sad news with the turning to November 1st. I have to remind everybody that taxes are due tomorrow. The second quarter taxes are due in the treasurer's office. You can pay those online. You can bring them into the town hall and pay in person, or you can drop your payment in the drop box in front of the town hall. So I have to remind you of that, but taxes are due. The contractor down on Glades and Bailey's Road did the paving last week. We did the bottom coat, the base coat. He'll be back in the next couple of weeks to raise the castings and do that top coat, but that's looking pretty good. People should see a significant improvement at the intersection of Bailey and Glades. At the same time, we are still working on the stairs on Glades Road. The contractor's really been fighting some difficult tides over the past couple weeks, but they'll be out there this week, starting today, pouring concrete and trying to wrap that project up. It is coming along. A reminder, as long as that project is ongoing, Glades Road will remain a one-way from Gannett to Bailey's Causeway. Update on the lighthouse. As everybody knows, the lantern room is off. It is down. Spencer Design Group is now reviewing the actual lantern now it's there on the ground and doing all their work so they can make a recommendation to us as to whether or not the lantern room can be repaired or be replaced. We are expecting that recommendation around the end of November, beginning of December. Once that decision has been made, then they will get to work on bid documents with the eye of getting the bid out sometime the end of January. And again, that project should be completed late spring, early summer of 2023. So we'll keep you up on that as the Spencer Design Group continues working on the lighthouse removal. Next week from Friday is Veterans Day. So we want to remind everybody, we'll remind you this week and again next week, that the American Legion Post will be hosting events at the Senior Center. At 11 o'clock, there will be a flag ceremony behind the Senior Center where the flagpole is. Starting at noontime, they will host a luncheon for all Scituate veterans. The luncheon is by reservation only, so please call 617-842-0092 to reserve. I think last year it was sold out, so please get in early. It's a great event. That'll be followed by the Scituate Food Pantry hosting their Salute to Senior service on the Senior Center patio from 1 to 2:30. Desserts, gifts, and music will be provided for veterans from the food pantry. At the same time, there will be a sea of support, a field of flags to honor all known living Scituate veterans at the Scituate Community Christmas, 125 Man Lot. That starts November 10th and goes to November 13th. One other reminder for veterans, the VA van will be at the Senior Center all day on November 9th to assist veterans, sign up for benefits, answer questions, or get any assistance that they may be due. Coffee and donuts will be available. And then last, obviously not least, if you're driving around town, you see the signs. The DPW is in need of plow drivers for this winter. So if you're interested in plowing, please get in touch with the DPW and we'll get you signed up. And that's what I have for today.
Great. Thank you, Jim. And we'll turn it over to Bill.
Thank you, Ms. Carney. Good morning, everyone. Happy Halloween, and hope everyone has a wonderful day. The weather looks great, and also have a safe evening. Today for the school news, we have more good news for the Scituate Public Schools in our town, I believe. On October 26th, the MSBA, the Mass School Building Authority, Board of Directors voted to invite the town of Scituate into the Accelerated Repair Program, or the ARP, to collaborate with the MSBA in conducting a schematic design study on the Scituate High School partial roof replacement. So in other words, we've been looking to get a new roof on the high school. MSBA is now in support of that to start the process of designing, getting an architect looking at that, looking at costs. So we'll keep you up to speed on that. It's a much more aggressive process than the new school building project, with a more accelerated, as the name indicates, time frame. So good news to be in that. It was a very competitive program to be part of, and also involves potential reimbursement. Good news for this week also, the Credit for Life Fair at Scituate High School will be conducted on Wednesday, November 2nd from 9:30 to noon for the junior class. This is where the students interact in a mock real-life decision-making process on budgeting. And it's a collaborative approach with our community members and local businesses. So it's a really great event and a real authentic learning experience for our kids. So I want to give a shout out to our community volunteers and businesses who participate, and organizers Jackie Frangello, Steve Howley, and Anne-Marie Galvin for putting that on for our kids. Update for our fall athletics. The following teams will be tournament eligible for the fall. Congratulations to our volleyball team, field hockey, girls soccer, and football. All have earned spots in the postseason play. Hope you can come down and make one of those games. And finally, a stellar shout out to Miss Shaw's second grade class. As you can see behind me, our silly picture that was taken last week when I visited the classroom. I'll step aside so folks can see. Miss Shaw's class wrote me and Principal Ward a letter with the intention of coming up with ideas to beautify their school. And in the letter, they share with me their pride in their school, and they wanted to get involved in making it a more beautiful place. So they'll be starting a flower planting club, and it'll be in the spring. So hopefully I'll be back in the spring with some pictures of the beautification they've done. So it just goes out to show you student voice at any age level and action is possible. So I'm very proud of those students, Mrs. Shaw, the teacher, and also Principal Ward for allowing me to be part of that. That's all I have for today. I wish everyone a wonderful week. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Bill. And thank you, Jim. Lots of great things happening in town this week, but most importantly, everybody be safe today and tonight and be cognizant of all the kids out on the street and enjoy your Halloween and the rest of the week. Thank you.